Fever Talent Show 2023. I am one of your MCs tonight, local host, comedian, and bon vivant, Dwayne Dunleavy. And this is Joe Albert. Joe, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh my goodness, I don't have that much as Dwayne does here. So I'm Dwayne's support here for tonight. I'm Joe Albert. I'm from Peddler's Village. We really are glad to be here and being a part of all this. We're excited. Dwayne has lots to do. I just keep him organized and keeping everybody on track up here, especially him.
I need help, obviously. So thank you, Joe.
Well, you're welcome.
I want to tell you guys why you're here tonight, because some of you may not know. You may have been pulled here by friends and family and have no idea what's going on. Let me tell you a little bit about what's going on tonight. The Bucks Fever Talent Show is a part of the Bucks Fever program. It's a celebration of the arts, culture, and history of Bucks County. Bucks Fever is a signature program of the Central Bucks Chamber of Commerce that supports the arts through business. And it was founded over 4 decades ago. Can you believe that? I don't even look 4 decades old, do I? No. No more than 2 or 3, probably. And its mission is really to augment the economic vitality of the region by increasing tourism and engaging the local community in Bucks County's rich artistic and cultural legacy. Bucks Fever events run from March through December, and tonight you're going to see talent from all over Bucks County. The Bucks Fever Talent Show is an event featuring local performers showcasing their talents in the performing arts arena. The show exists to further the mission of the Bucks Fever and to provide a fun evening of community togetherness. Do you think we can do that? Community togetherness. Good. Okay, I think we can do it.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
You know, I can't believe we did get asked to come back from last year.
I know, we did this last year and we caused all kinds of controversy.
And then after what happened, I thought we weren't going to get back.
Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad.
But it's okay. But we got it together this time.
If you want to know what it was, you can ask us later and we'll make something up.
We're good at that.
We just think controversy sells more tickets, so.
Yes. So with everybody, there's always some really important people and companies that are behind something like this. So we wanted to make sure we shout out 2 of them right now that are our major sponsors for this evening. Dwayne?
We have C&N Bank, and we'd love to have Will Kadri come on up. Where is Will? Oh, there he is. And say a few words.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Good. So we're delighted to be here. Thank you to the Chamber. Thank you, Brad. Speaking of talented people, let's give it up for Brad. I don't know where he is. It's nice. Whoever did the lights, this is excellent. Last time I was here on this stage, I couldn't tell if I had fallen off. So this is perfect. So a little about me. My name is Will Kadri. I'm from C&N Bank. We're a local bank. And I just want to say, you should definitely come check us out. That's C&N, ampersand, N, not CNN like the news network. If you're a big fan of the news network, then yes, we're related. Feel free. There's 3 monitors in my office. You can come in, the news will be on all the time, and the coffee's free. So, you know, I know it takes a lot to get up here and perform. So I want to say, you know, thank you to everybody who's performing tonight. Give them a round of applause, maybe. You're all a winner in my book until Brad forces me to choose a winner at the end. So thank you.
All right, thank you, Will. Let's have a big hand for Will Kadri and C&N Bank. And then we'd also love to have Igor come up from Fred Astaire Dance Studio. He's going to come up and tell you a little bit about the Fred Astaire Dance Studio. We all know Fred Astaire, if you're old enough. If you don't know, you need to find out who he is, because he was very important.
Good evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor to be here, to be one of the judge and support the all Bucks community. We always do that. I'm the owner of Fred Astaire Dance Studio. It's one of the big ballroom dance franchise. I'm doing this 35 years, been like maybe 500 different competitions. If somebody needs some dance, we're right in the borough. We'll be happy to see you. All participants who will be today, good luck. I know it's always scary, but we're here for you. Thank you.
All right. Spasiba, Slava Bogu for Fred Astaire Dance Studio. That means thank God in Russian. I'm learning Russian, you know.
Dwayne is very
Lingual.
Yes. So we've got to, definitely shout out for the winery here for hosting this whole complete event.
Sandra Price and Desiree Rossner. There she is.
And so with that, over there is the bar. So if anybody during the show or anytime, you have food and you have your drinks over there.
And the restrooms are in the back right there.
Right, so feel free to get up at any time to go to the bathroom.
All right, and keep in mind that we're going to all night long be selling tickets for the 50-50. Now, if you don't know what a 50-50 is, then what it is you buy tickets, and you can buy an arm's length for $20. I think it's Jen and Scott's arms that we're going.
Where are they?
That are worth $20.
There they are, right over there.
And so you will then be putting money into a pot that at the end, if you have the winning ticket, you win 50% of the total. So if it's $1,000, you get $500 and so on and so forth. Does that sound good? Yeah, we might get up to 20,000 tonight. You never know. I think you can never shoot too far.
All right, so you know what? We should get started.
Okay.
I think we should. I think everybody's ready. So we've received and reviewed all the talent that we got all through Bucks County. They had to pick 10 that will be performing tonight. So we wanted to show, also to introduce the judges, because they're a very important part of this, because they'll be judging. Luckily, not us.
Don't judge us.
And don't judge us. So we would love to introduce the judges. If you just want to stand up and just give a little wave, that's fine. So Dwayne?
Let's start with Karen Nocella, the event manager at Peddler's Village. Will Kadri, who was just up here talking to you guys from CNN Bank. Igor from Fred Astaire Dance Studio. We don't even attempt his last name. Faye Meyer, singer and songwriter, right over here.
And also, Faye has been a contestant here also for the talent show.
That's
the
right.
first year that I judged.
And then finally, Michaela Murphy from Bucks County Playhouse. Where is she? There she is.
So we thank you very much, judges. You have... we saw part of the show last night, a little quick dress rehearsal. You've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. So next on our list.
Yes, so now from last year of 2022, we're going to bring up the winner, or the band that won. And that is?
The Back Porch Jug Band. They were the 2022 winner, and they're going to be performing a song called Why Must I Be in Love? Take it away.
Hello, hello.
All right.
That's more important than this.
There I am. So last year we won doing a song about a worried man. And we're still worried, as this song will show you.
Yeah.
You ready, guys? Yeah, sure. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh.
Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart, 'cause I am so afraid that we will have to part. Each night I ask stars up above, why must I be a septuagenarian in love? One day I feel so happy, the next day I'm so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. Each night I ask those stars up above, why must I be a septuagenarian in love? I cried a tear, nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. If cry, that isn't hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask stars up above, why must I be a septuagenarian in love? Why must I be a septuagenarian in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be the lonely one if you should say we're through. If you wanna make me cry, that won't be hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask stars up above, why must I be a septuagenarian in love? Why must I be a septuagenarian in love? Oh, now, why must I be a septuagenarian in love? I ask you, why must I be a septuagenarian in love?
Thank you.
All right, that's the Back Porch Jug Band, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know what a septuagenarian is, it's anybody in their 70s. Anybody in their 70s.
Can we unplug?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. No. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to put it.
Now, don't forget, we're still doing our 50-50s. We just started that, really, so you got to get in on that. And that is Jen and Scott. Yeah, let's have another big hand for the Back Porch Jug Band. That was crazy, kids. Now, we also want to thank our photography and video companies that are working with us tonight. And if you want to look and see our sponsors and their logos, you can check out the screens on either side of the stage. We want to thank Aaron Mitchell Photography and PBR Production Video. So thank you guys for that. And don't forget that the drinks and food are over there, bathrooms in the back. And why don't we should we bring up our first act?
We are there.
Do you guys
Dwayne,
want to
yes?
see the first act? Okay. I think that's a good idea.
We'll switch cards.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And the winner is now. Okay, so this is exciting, and it's funny. We just had the School of Rock up there, but she is in the house band at the School of Rock. She writes, produces, performs. She even teaches piano on the side at CB East. Any other people here from CB East? All right, good. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage with a cover song by Eva Kin.
Is it on? We're good. How are we doing? All right, I'm Eva. She said my name. Hi. So I'm going to be doing my own rendition of What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. Yeah, it's going to sound a bit different, but it's my take on it. So here you go. Love you. I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, wonderful world. And I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, they're so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. And I see friends, they're shaking hands, saying, how do you do? Yeah. They're really saying, I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. Thank you.
All right, Eva Kin. Wasn't that beautiful? Now I know that Eva is a Libra because I asked her last night, and Libras love to do beautiful things. And by the way, John Lennon was a Libra. Just so you know, that you kind of reminded me of him doing that. You know. Okay, are we having fun already? After just the first performer, I felt a really good energy already, right? That's great. Well, the next band that's coming up, they are locals. They have been doing alternative folk and alternative pop rock for quite a while. In fact, I think it was Bill, one of the guys in the band, whose mom helped him buy his first drum set when he was 10 years old. And you'll have to guess how old he is now to know how long that's been, because I'm not asking him. They are focused on writing, recording, and semi-regular performances. And one of them, not all of them, I don't think, works over at True Brew. Which one of you works at True Brew? That's you, Bill, right? Okay. They are made up of Bill Aronson, Joe Noddy, and Mark Wacko. And they are called Bill's Department Store. Let's hear it for Bill's Department Store.
My shopping list, I have to go after. So this is a song that I'd written a few years back. I haven't played it out that much. I went to visit my dad's gravesite. He's in a military cemetery over in New Jersey at Crosswicks. And as songwriters do, I got really existential about it, and then it went off into all kinds of directions. So This is the result of that. It's been several years now. I miss you to the day. Standing in this verdant field, my father's final resting place. I've emptied the last liter, leaving yet another void. Father, is it preordained? Will I always be the last to know? In lieu of flowers and platitudes, help me get it right next time. Oh, someday the stars will tell our story, tell our story someday. The stars that crossed when we were young and led us both astray. Oh, someday the stars will tell our story someday. Stories profane and profound. I swore that I would never let you. You know you were my freedom from the captive soul within. So much static background noise, we could never rise above the din. My dear, when I first held you, oh, you said you'd never leave. A thought you held so clearly, then you reversed trajectory. In lieu of happy endings, we'll lie and fool them all. Someday the stars will tell our story someday. The stars that crossed when we were young and led us both astray. Someday the stars will tell our story someday. Stories profane and profound. I swore that I would never let you. In lieu of happy endings, we'll lie and fool them all. Someday the stars will tell our story someday. The stars that crossed when we were young and led us both astray. Ooh, someday the stars will tell our story someday. The stars that crossed when we were young and watched us fade away. Oh no, they watched us fade away. That's my story. Thank you very much.
All right, that's Bill's Department Store. Beautiful job, guys. They have kind of like a Bruce Springsteen kind of feel about them, don't they? All right, and once again, that was Bill Aronson, Joe Noddy, and Mark Waco. Now, our next performer is a solo singer. She's a junior at Neshaminy. She just auditioned for the school drama and dance competition in March and April, so you got to give the good energy because you don't know whether you got it yet or not, right? You don't? Okay, good. Yeah, we're going to give her the good energy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dakota Yates.
Share my life, take me for what I am, 'cause I'll never change all my colors for you. Take my love, I'll never ask for too much. Just all that you are and everything that you do. I don't really need to look very much further. I don't wanna have to go where you don't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to hide. Your love I remember forever. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing. Don't make me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare, or must I imagine you there? Don't walk away from me. No, don't walk away from me. Don't you dare walk away from me. I have nothing, nothing, nothing if I don't have you, if I don't have you.
All right, that was beautiful. Dakota Yates, ladies and gentlemen. Wasn't that great? A little white girl gets up on the stage and does that. Unbelievable. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next performer is coming up to do a great song that has not only, the original singer was an amazing version of this song, but also Adele has done a version of this song, and some of the best singers that we have in the world. He loves Tony Bennett and Johnny Mathis. He's always had a passion for music, and he began singing 10 years ago to overcome the fear of performing. He did it to overcome the fear of it. You see how that works? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Ernest Torres with Make You Feel My Love by Bob Dylan.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I'll never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. I'll go hungry, I'll go black and blue, I'll go crawling down the avenue. There's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. The storm is raging on a rolling sea down the highway of regret. The wind of change is blowing wild and free, but you ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel the love for you, to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
All right. Ernest Torres, great job. I definitely feel it. I feel it. Did you feel it? That was great. Isn't that a beautiful song? Well, we're going to switch it up now. You've seen a lot of musical performances. We're going to bring up one of our first comedians tonight. She like the baby Jesus. She lives in Bethlehem. She went to nursing school. She's a home care nurse. And you can see her at Poco's Comedy Club in Poco's Comedy Cabaret in Doylestown. And she works in Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York, the Lehigh Valley, all over the place. Please welcome to the stage, Steph K.
I changed my mind after all that beautiful music. I'm gonna sing. How about that? Nah, I'm just kidding. You don't want to. The dogs will wake up in the neighborhood, so we don't want that. So yeah, let's see a little bit about me. I recently did turn the big 50. Thanks. Appreciate you guys clapping as I slowly start to die in front of you. Yeah, thanks a lot. But you know, the funny thing is, I thought for some reason when I hit 50, my life was going to change for the better, you know. Yeah, somebody laughed over there, yeah. I thought I was going to go to bed, average 49, wake up the next day, just an instant cougar, you know. And all the 25-year-old man boys were going to fall from the sky and just do whatever I wanted them to do. Yeah. It's been a little, yeah, thank you for telling me now. You could have saved that dream. You know, 6 months into my 50s, and I'm still with the same lame ass I was before I turned 50. And there's no 25-year-old clouds in the sky. And I'm looking still. Now, my kids, they were horrified. They're like, Mom, how could you be excited that you're getting old? And I'm like, man, how did I raise such stupid kids? I said, kids, I don't look at it as getting older. I look at it as being able to finally have sex with your father and not get worried about getting pregnant anymore. Sorry, I saw there's a couple little kids. I don't want to have any unnecessary conversations on the way home. And I said, yeah. Actually, I lied because my husband isn't their father anyway. So, yeah. What else about me? I am, a nurse. So I get asked a lot. They're like, Steph, why would you try stand-up comedy while you're also a nurse? And the people that ask me that are not in the medical field. Because if you're in the medical field, you know why the heck I'm trying to get out of the medical field. Yeah, I cleaned that joke up a little bit because the little kids in the room. But, it was easy. Me and my husband were talking about, New Year's resolutions one year, and he was like, what have you never tried? And for some reason that day, I was like, oh, no, I've never been publicly humiliated. And he was like, well, I got something for you. He's like, try stand-up. He's like, because you're kind of funny. And he's like, and the bonus is, if you're not good at it, you will be publicly humiliated. So there's your New Year's resolution. I didn't really trust that logic. So I went to my next group of advisors, my patients, yes. If I'm ever your nurse, you don't want me because I ask all kinds of advice and stuff from you. While you're on deathbed, I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? And they never answer me. But so I asked my patient, I'm like, how do you think I would be as a stand-up comedian? And she goes, well, you can't possibly be any worse a comedian than you are a nurse. So I think you should try it, right? And I was like, wow, I was shocked. I was like, I thought I was funny. And she goes, you know what? I've never said this to anybody before, but quit your day job. Yeah. I went back to tell her a couple weeks later, that I had tried it and I was doing pretty well, but she had died. Yeah. But I guess she was right because I honestly didn't even know she was sick, Who knew that insulin was so important to those diabetics, I not me. I'm almost done, but I want to say something serious. I know I'm supposed to be doing comedy, but I want to do something. I really think I traumatized permanently one of my kids last week because he saw his mother naked. Yeah. Kids aren't supposed to see their parents naked. It's traumatizing. And the thing is, I didn't even have anything to do with it. I was just drying off from the shower, and he barged in the bathroom. I don't know what happened. We locked eyes. He screamed. I laughed. And then I said, eyes up, son. Yeah. It's not that kind of household normally, just so you know. But then, I don't know what this is about me as a mother, but my first thought was not, oh my God, my kid saw me naked. My first thought was, thank you that I had the smarts to get a boob job 5 years ago. Because now at least he knows his 50-year-old mom doesn't have some, old lady boobs, right? Then I started feeling bad for the kid because I'm like, it's not natural that happened. So I went in his room and I looked down at him. He's laying on the floor in the fetal position, crying hysterically. So I felt bad for him for a second, so I looked down at him and I said, see, this is what happens to you when you live at home with your mommy till you're 25. I said, now, put that vision of me in your mind, imprint it on your brain, and use it to motivate you to move the hell out of my house. All right, I'm Steph K. That's my time.
All right, Steph K. So with that, we've reached the end of the first part of the show. So for the judges, just to recap, that was Steph K. Then there was Ernest Torres, Dakota Yates, Bill's Department Store, and Eva Kin. Are you guys enjoying the show so far? Great. Now, don't forget that the food and drink bar is open over there, and the 50-50 tickets are still going around, so make sure you get in that, because if you win, it's going to be a really great night for you. All right, so stick with us. We'll be back in just a few minutes for the second part of our amazing Bucks Fever talent show. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back from our intermission. How's everybody doing? You feeling good? You want to see some more talent? All right. Well, before I let you see any more talent, I need to say thank you to the people that have made all of this possible tonight. Some of our helpers. We've got to thank greeters and check-in, Kathy Marcino and Nikki Hollenbach. Our stage managers, Steven Stogaitis and Tony Bagonis. The crew leaders, Brad Sanders and Helen Amelsberg. Our green room supervisors, Kristen Horoff and Kevin Horoff. Our ushers, Elaine Ciafani, Monique Gallard, Marjorie Vitza. Our 50-50 ticket salespeople, Scott Setzman and Jennifer Eckfield. You can still get those, by the way. Photographer Aaron Castro from Aaron Mitchell Photography. And our photographer, we already got that, chamber spirit, Sue LaRosa and Kimmy D'Onofrio. And of course, our major event sponsors, CNN Bank, Fred Astaire Dance Studio, Gilmore and Associates, our silver level sponsors, and the bronze level sponsors, Kreischer Miller, Personal Touch Concierge Service, LLC, and School of Rock. Let's hear it for all of our amazing sponsors.
Dwayne, real quick, I was just talking to Scott for a second, and he said that we can't start the show until every ticket's been sold.
Okay, so we just need another 2-3 hours.
He's holding the show up, so everybody get your money out. Okay.
Who didn't get 50-50 tickets?
They'll come running.
Whole bunch of people over here.
Right
now,
over
don't forget, this
there
is a guaranteed way to get rich tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If
Yes,
you
can.
put in the
Yes.
money, you could be the
Yes,
winner
please.
of 50% of what we pull in. Wouldn't that be amazing? I feel a lot of luck from over here. You can win $10,000 if we sell $20,000 in tickets, and I think we're very close. We're very close. All right, now, in case you don't know, or many of you might know, that our previous CEO and President Vail Garvin has retired. So let's have a big hand for Vail Garvin. She was here last week, but let's bring our new president and CEO, Teresa Ferrer, to the stage to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the warm welcome. As Dwayne said, my name is Teresa Farah. You love them? Huh? I had to dress for the occasion. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for the warm welcome. This is such an exciting night for all of us, and it kicks off Bucks Fever. For us at the Chamber of Commerce, we do a lot of amazing things throughout the year to support the business community, to help the professionals in our community learn. We help them educate them so they can be better at what they do, both at home and at work. But Bucks Fever really differentiates the Central Bucks Chamber from, I believe, other chambers for the amount that we do to support the arts and culture in our community. And as you know, Bucks County has a very robust arts and culture community. Absolutely. I'm not going to keep you much longer because I know you're here to see all these exciting acts and the amazing, talented people we have right here in our own backyard. Isn't it amazing? I'm amazed. Woo! I know. I had chills for the last hour listening to all these beautiful people sing and that wonderful comedian. I think she's awesome. So judges, you have a really hard task tonight, and I think you know that. And I'd like to give my heartfelt thanks to everyone from the winery to all of our sponsors and our media sponsors and all those folks, all these fine people in our chamber. Oh my God, look at them. These fine chamber members who volunteer to make all these things happen alongside us. And our sponsors, you're the magic. You make this happen every day. But for me personally, it's my team at the office. And without them, none of this is possible. I'd like to give a special shout out to Marjorie Vizza, to Sue La Rosa, and to extra special people tonight especially, Kim D'Onofrio. Come on up, Kim. And Brad Sanders. This would not be possible without Brad's leadership. Come on up. Come on up. Brad makes this all possible. It's his leadership and his guidance and his direction that makes this happen. So thank you. We love you. I love you. And just so you know, it's their birthday. It's their birthday. Today is Kim's birthday. Tomorrow is Brad's birthday. Don't they know how to throw a great birthday party? Everybody, happy birthday to
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kim and Brad.
And Brad.
Happy birthday to you.
And many more. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks for coming
Teresa
out.
Farah.
I'm going to kill you.
All right. Thank you, Teresa. So we have a little extra special thing here. We have Dwayne right over here. He's going to sing us a sad and lonely song. I'm sorry. He's going to bring us all down. So, Dwayne, it's all yours.
Ándale, ándale, ándale. You thought it would be sad. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down to there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha. And while she tried to be a star, Tony always tended bar across a crowded floor. They worked from 8 till 4. They were young and they had each other. Who could ask for more? At the Copacabana, the hottest spot north of Havana. Where at the Copacabana, music and fashion were wasn't a great outcome. Let me tell you what happened. His name was Rico. He wore a diamond. He was escorted to his chair. He saw Lola dancing there, and when she finished, he called her over. Come here, but Rico went a bit too far. Tony sailed across the bar, and then the punches flew. The chairs were smashed in two. There was blood and a single gunshot. But who shot who at the Copacabana? The hottest spot north of Havana. Where? At the Copacabana. Music and passion were always in fashion at the Copa. She lost her love. That's usually what happens. You fall in love, you get drunk, the other person gets shot. It's a time-old story. Now, normally I have 98 dancers behind me, but they're all sick tonight. And there's just one left. "68 weeks of rehearsals for that." We're at the Copa Cabana. Music and passion, always in fashion. Copacabana, Copacabana. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened to poor Lola. You'll never guess. I'll let you know in just a second. As soon as this solo's over.
That's it. Work it, Dwayne. Work it now.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl, but that was 30 years ago when she used to have a show. Now it's a disco, but not for Lola. Still in that dress she used to wear, faded feathers in her hair. She sits there so refined and drinks herself half blind. She lost her youth and she lost her Tony. Now she's lost her mind at the Copacabana. The hottest spot north of Havana. Woo! At the Copacabana. Music and passion were always in fashion at the Copa. Don't fall in love. Don't fall in love. Lola spent the last 10 years of her life living in a trailer with 48 cats. Take my advice. Don't fall in love. It won't go well. Copacabana. Copacabana. Imagine 98 people behind me doing flips and stuff. That's the big ending, you know. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Dwayne.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
so now we got to get the show back on the.
Yeah,
on the
let's
thing.
get these
I know.
people coming back.
You know, you're taking up the stage here.
I know.
All right, so here's your part.
Okay, here we go.
And
And
I
now-
couldn't let them outdress me tonight.
Yeah. We had that made. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our first performer back from our break. They are upbeat, lively, and fun. You can catch them at the Great Barn Brewery. They, let's see, somebody started a fundraiser in their friend's honor who passed and wrote their first song at 25. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a big hand for Chris Allen and the RCJ Band.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I got into music. I wrote my first song for a friend that passed. Seems like a long time ago now, but this song tonight is about Philadelphia, and a lot of people. Yeah. So I feel like it's easy to write songs about people, but to write about places that can be a little more challenging, and ideas and things like that. So, but I spent a considerable amount of time down there in college and just all kinds of crazy stuff. So this song is on those lines. So this song is it's an original song called Philly Town. Right?
I've been walking down your street, just trying to be me, hey. You wouldn't know what I found. You fell in love with my sound. I've been walking on the south side of Philly. I'm in love with my city, baby. Won't you take me on uptown, downtown, all the way into South Street? I've been walking around all sides of Philly. I'm in love with my city, baby. You wanna drink at my bar, feast on beer for a while. Maybe sold out this mess, the clutter stuck in my head. I've been walking on the south side of Philly. I'm in love with my city, baby. Won't you take me on uptown, downtown, all the way into South Street? I've been walking around all sides of Philly. I'm in love with my city, baby. Keep me to the game on time. Been a fan for all my life. Gotta lift my spirits and all my Philly pride. It's time that we come out on top. Keep 'em going 'cause we don't stop. We're all here to kick things off to show Philly pride. Kings and queens on my left, jokers on my right. First around is on me, man. We probably won't leave tonight. I've been walking on the south side of Philly. I'm in love with my city, baby. Won't you take me on uptown, downtown, all the way into South Street? I've been walking around all sides of Philly. I'm in love with my city, baby. You should know me now. I'll stay here in my Philly town. You should know me now. I'll stay here in my Philly town. You should know me now. I'll stay here in my Philly town. My Philly town, my Philly town, my Philly town.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, the RCJ Band, and that is made up of Chris Allen, John Harding, Roger Kuhn, and Jeff Cadden. Thank you, guys. All right, now we're gonna switch things up again on you. We're gonna have another comedian come up. He is a local comedian, and he likes hot yoga, travel, and cooking, and if he could be on any TV show, he would love to have his own Netflix stand-up comedy special, does comedy fundraisers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Tim Conniff.
Hello, Central Bucks. Thanks for having me here. I absolutely love performing in Central Bucks County. And I recently did a fundraiser here that was very near and dear to my heart. It was for Central Bucks East boys basketball, because when I think about all those poor, starving kids from Buckingham who can't even afford uniforms. And do you know with gas prices today what they are? Do you know many of these East kids are now forced to drive Teslas? Folks, the struggle is real in the 18902. So I can make fun of these kids. I've lived here for the last 30 years, but I'm not from here. I was actually born and raised in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Oh, we got Scranton people in the house. That's cool. I'll talk slower. And moving from Scranton to Bucks County was hard because I wasn't used to all these big houses and luxury cars and all those, what do you call them, teeth. And people from Bucks County are so rich, they talk without moving their teeth. They will ask you questions like, what club do you belong to? And I tell them, I belong to Sam's Club. So my wife and I, we have 2 boys. Our oldest just turned 21, and that was a bittersweet moment because on the one hand, your little boy becomes a man. On the other hand, we lost a designated driver. We also have a 17-year-old son who still lives at home, by the way, and he's constantly telling us how hard it is to live in this third world nation we call Bucks County. He'll be in his room and we'll hear, the Wi-Fi here is so slow. Yes, son, the Wi-Fi here is a little slow. But you know what it's faster than? The Encyclopedia Britannica. For our Gen Z audience members here tonight, encyclopedias were the analog precursor to the internet. For our Scranton guests, the internet is an information superhighway. And he's constantly telling us how hard it is academically over here at CB East, or as we like to call it, Harvard on Hollicong Road. And he wants to go to college. He wants to go to Georgetown. Any ideas how much Georgetown costs a year? Yell it out. $80,000. $80,000 a year. We had a little family talk about that one. And he said, what's wrong, Dad? Can't we afford it? No, son. You see, Daddy's going to be slinging jokes at the Bucks Fever talent contest. If things go Daddy's way, we'll never have to worry about money again. We'll be opening up one of those big accounts at C&R Bank. You see, son, the issue is, Mom and I were talking, and we question your ability to learn $80,000 worth of stuff. You're not even learning all the free stuff they offer at CB East. He just bought his first cologne. Are you ready for this? Pumpkin spice cologne. Yeah. I wanted to sprinkle cinnamon on his shrubby little head. He said, what do you think, Dad? I said, if you're looking to hook up with 40-year-old women in yoga pants at Target, yeah, that's it. And you know what drives me nuts about these kids, especially these Central Bucks kids, how they act like they're so rich and they don't even have access to their trust funds yet. My neighbor's 14-year-old daughter goes on and on about how Aruba is her favorite island. Honey, when I was 14 years old, growing up in Scranton back in the 80s, I had 2 favorite islands, Fantasy and Gilligan's. He just got back from a high school trip this summer to Spain. Spain. Daddy, where was your international high school trip? The Camden Aquarium. So I'll leave you with this before we go to the next act. Question for you, whether or not you have teenage kids or not. Question, are these kids tough enough today? They are not tough enough. Like, my boys think they're tough, but they're only like Doylestown tough. They're like, yo, Daddy, we grew up on the wrong side of the cul-de-sac. Boys, you grew up on the north side of a Toll Brothers development. Yo, Daddy, tonight, after SAT prep class, we gotta go fight some kids from New Hope. Oh, yeah? Where's that brawl going down? Peddlers Village. You guys have been great. My name is Tim Conniff. Thank you.
All right, Tim Conniff, thank you. All right, now we are going to bring up another musical act, and this is a family member of someone that you saw a little bit earlier. She has been dancing since 3 or 4 and encouraged to take vocal lessons at 11 or 12. She loves musical theater, pop, country, works as a dance teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Reagan Yates.
Too short for that one.
The field was bright with clover. I saw the finish sign. I started as a rover, and then victory was mine. I thought the race was over, but they just keep moving the line. They cheered at my persistence, but prayed for my decline. The path of least resistance led to Hollywood and Vine. I tried to go the distance, but they just keep moving the line. I jumped all of the hurdles to break out of the pack. I started on the outside and then hit the inside track. I left the other fillies back at the starting gate. Was ready on my mark. I got to set to hurry up and wait. So talent and ambition won me a chance to shine. I aced the big audition, but it's raining on cloud 9. Can't beat the competition, 'cause they just keep moving the line. I handled every corner, each bump along the track. And when I saw the ribbon, well, there was no turning back. I won the photo finish, I posed for all the men, but before I got my trophy, well, the race began again. So I made friends with rejection. I've straightened up my spine. I'll change each imperfection till it's time to drink the wine. A toast to resurrection, 'cause they just keep moving the line. Please give me some direction, 'cause they just keep moving the line.
All right. Reagan Yates, everybody. Boy, it's never quiet over at the Yates house, is it? They're doing something right over there. Okay, let's bring up another musical act now. This is this guy. I'm going to tell you his name in a second, but some interesting things. One, he builds guitars as a day job. He has met Priscilla Presley, and he started to get inspiration to begin performing by tuning his friend's guitar, right, at 23 years old. And this is a song about the 13 folds of the American flag for a military funeral. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome John DeRosa.
Just a mic at some point. Thank you for having me here.
should tell the story about it real quick. I'm the former lead guitar player for multi-gold and platinum recording artist Jamie Teachner. I work at Martin Guitar, and I was reading a story about how in 2007 this soldier was delivering a body back to Dover Air Force Base, and all that was there was the wife and the 5-year-old son of the soldier, and all he could do was hand him the folded flag. That already made me sad, but then I continued to read it, and 15 years later, he went back to go check on the kid, and the kid had died of a drug overdose. And it really made me upset. And I was like, what can I do? I'm like, I've been involved with music. I'm going to write a song, and I want the profits of the song to go to help the families out. And I'm happy to say that at this moment, this song is number 4 on Spotify Country on the Disco Kid chart. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Close my eyes, I see your face. Remembering you is my saving grace. I feel your touch, I hear your laugh. On angel's wings, you're free at last. Those 13 folds in the fabric of time, on the mantle by your picture. There's 50 stars and 13 stripes, 13 folds, and now you're home. Red is for the blood you shed. White is for your story left unwritten. Blue is how my heart aches. 13 folds in the fabric of time. Just for a moment, shine bright. On destiny's wings, you took flight. You're in my heart, my very soul. Now that you're gone, you're a hero for all. There's 13 folds in the fabric of time, on the mantle by your picture. There's 50 stars and 13 stripes, 13 folds, and now you're home. Red is for the blood you shed. White is for your story left unwritten. Blue is how my heart aches. 13 folds in the fabric of time. Oh, red is for the blood you shed. White is for the story left unwritten. Blue is how my heart aches. 13 folds in the fabric of time. Red is for the blood you shed. White is for your story left unwritten. is how my heart aches. 13 folds in the fabric of time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right, that's John DeRosa. Now, we are down to our last performer of the evening. And that is going to be a comedian, ladies and gentlemen. He plays the violin, coaches youth sports, has been involved in music and acting since elementary school, and loves Ray Romano. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Steve DiNardo.
Keep it going for your host, Dwayne, everyone. Dwayne, yes. When Rihanna said, shine bright like a diamond, Dwayne was like, hold my Savi B. Man, this is something Berlot cannot handle. Look at the two of you guys. You look like a bedazzled version of Statler and Waldorf from the freaking Muppets. Look at these guys. Fabulous. Thank you for having me. I started my stand-up career 12 years ago, actually, in Los Angeles. I opened for Marlon Wayans. Tonight, I opened for Elvis Pretzel. Looks like we made it. You know what they say when life gives you... No, they don't say that. My name is Steve. Really great to be here. For those that have it. Was the mayor of New Hope here, by the way? Mayor of New Hope? No? You're filling in. Okay, that's what we call political suicide. See you at the primaries, Mr. Mayor. That's great. That's great. We'll talk later. Good. Where's Igor? Igor Baryshnikov, hey, right? Yeah, see, that's how you say it, Dwayne. Igor, no, but you're not fooling anyone. When Igor was up here before, you were a house. Can you stand up for a second, please? Just for... Yeah, this is a ballroom dance teacher. Are you out of your freaking mind? Did you hear when he came up here? He was like asking us to take ballroom dance. You will take ballroom dance, yes. And you'll like very much. $100. Oh, Igor. Well, maybe that'd be the last thing I say on this earth. Thank you. Is it hot in here? Oh my God, I'm gonna walk on this side, Igor. In case you can't tell by the size of my nose and my misguided use of hair product, I'm Italian. Any Italians in the room tonight? A little bit of... All right, yeah. Well, the rest of you just used hair gel for fun? I mean, what the hell is that? Yeah, I'm Italian. Like the friggin' love child of Robert De Niro and Toucan Sam up here right now. Walking through life like, you're good, you. Follow your nose, it always knows. Put the Fruit Loop down, come on. My face basically looks like it's permanently suspended between a laugh and a sneeze. I'm like, yeah, being Italian is it's got its perks. Although there are things that really bug me about being Italian. You know, like one thing I can't stand is how many people associate us with those Jersey Shore Guidos. Remember that trash? Clap if you watch that dirty trash on TV every Thursday night from 8:30 to 9, which I never watched, but yet I memorized the time it played. Yes, couldn't stand that show because it always associated Italians with those Jersey Shore Guidos. And you know what? Being a Guido has absolutely nothing to do with being Italian. In fact, some of the best Guidos I know are actually Armenian. Bro, right, Igor? Bro. That's what I'm talking about. Bro. It was weird being Italian, though. We had all these weird superstitions growing up. Had absolutely no idea where they came from. So I remember just like sitting at the dinner table like, oh, man, I don't feel so good. My grandmother would chime in like, hey, you taking a potato. What? You taking a potato, you slicing a potato. You taking a slice of the potato, you put it in your head, you tie the handkerchief, and there you go. Why would I do that, Grandma? Hey, you got a headache? No? No, I got strep throat. Hey, you're taking a potato, you put it in your throat. It's the same thing. My grandmother was Joe Pesci. Your biological clock, my career. My grandma, what if I hurt my elbow? I take it a potato. Hey, don't be a stoop. Use a peppercorn. She was like a backflip out of the room. 100 years old she lived. Remedy Ninja. It's her official job title. I'm tired. I'm getting old. Y'all, anyone old in the room here? Am I the only one? I'm so old. Italian. I'm so old and Italian. Growing up Italian, we were taught everyone's got an agenda. You know what I'm talking about? Italian. It's like everybody's got an agenda. What are they up to? They're not up to anything good. I was walking down the street the other day, and a guy said, he goes, have a good day. I said, no, you have a good day. I moved from a city that will not be named to Bucks County. First weekend in the house, I'm alone in the house, the doorbell rings. I reach for a gun I don't own and a bat that I hadn't unpacked. I was like, who in God's creation is ringing my freaking doorbell right now? That's not something you do. So I open the door, and it's a little old lady bringing me cookies. She goes, I made you cookies. I was like, oh that's very sweet. What do you think, I was born yesterday? You ate the freaking cookies. And she did, and we laughed and laughed on the way to the hospital with that diabetic. Oh, I am getting old. I gotta tell you, who's here? I gotta say something I haven't said in a while, but I'm new to it. I'm 40. Just putting it out there. Yes, thank you for the clap. That was your opportunity. It was a clap break. I am 40 years old, and it hasn't been graceful embracing my 40s. And I was kind of reflecting on this, and I feel like it's just not fair. There's a lot of change. Like in my 20s, it used to be like, how do I taste, you know? In my 30s, it was like, hey, how do I look? And your 40s, it's like, how do I smell? Like, do I smell? Like, you know when you walk in a room and you're like, is that me? And now it is you. You know what I mean? So it's been really difficult being 40. You know, in my 20s, I feel like I used to crush a buffalo chicken pizza and wake up the next morning with a six-pack. Now in my 40s, I'm still digesting a six-pack that I drank in my 30s. It's been challenging. Anyone got kids here? Yeah, that was the most pathetic frickin' response to that. Yes! Make it stop! I have 3 children, 9, 6. Honey, how old's the other one? 4. I got 3 kids, 9, 6, and 4. 3, 4. It's so sad. Like the first one, you're like blending like organic vegetables and stuff. The third one, you're like, is he in the car? Like, do we still have that one? It's so sad, and I'm just saving for all the therapy bills. I got 3 kids, and I changed diapers for 8 consecutive years. Clap for that. Clap for that. I opened for Elvis Pretzel. You clap for that. 8 consecutive years. I'm like the Thor of changing tables. I am a poop sommelier. Experienced in all the varietals from the earthy tones of Le Mac and Cheese of Provence to the barrel-aged chicken McNugget from McDonald's. Let me tell you something. You have not lived until you've come face to face with the final poop particle on your baby boy's crusted ball sack. It's just looking at you, staring at you, mocking you. You slowly reach for the wipe, and you roll a nice jagged edge. And you go in slow, not too slow. You don't want to scare it off. Not too fast, though. You don't want to knock it off the cliff. You get in there real good, and you get it and raise it up like the Super Bowl trophy. Because you got it, and you look down at your baby boy like, Daddy's got you. And he looks at you like, you did it, Dad. And it's at that moment you realize your son just pissed all over you. Because he took too long to change his freaking diaper. Thank you all so much. I'm used to performing at Mexican restaurants. This is a winery. It's an upgrade. Thank you all. You've been great. Give it up for Dwayne, everyone.
All right, Steve DiNardo, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so that was the last performer of the evening. That was Steve DiNardo, and then we had John DeRosa, Reagan Yates, Tim Conniff, and RCJ. Let's have a big round of applause for everybody tonight. Because really, everybody's a winner just for participating tonight, including you guys. You've been a great audience.
Yep, they have.
Now, we have some other stuff to tell them about,
We sure
don't
do.
we?
Just a real quick one. So we just had our 10 performers. Now it is out of our hands. It's in the judges' hands. So judges, you have to do the final. Pass them down. And I see somebody's already there. So I don't even
We have
to
a
go there.
certified
All right, there we're good.
judge person here.
All right, so while we wait, Brad is going to come up. He has a few words for us, for everybody. So everybody give a hand to Brad.
Brad is a Pisces. He enjoys...
Long walks on the beach, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for coming out to Kim and my birthday party. Appreciate that. What was that? Yeah. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. It was really great performances. We have Elvis coming up next. But give it up for Joe and Dwayne. They did an awesome job tonight. We're going to book them for next year. And also want to thank Mike back there. He's been doing awesome. I really appreciate Mike. And Corey and Aaron for shooting tonight. Capturing all these wonderful memories. And also Sandra and Desiree over there. Thank you. And I thank our wonderful committee. Just, yell. I really appreciate it. And I do want to say a special thank you to Marjorie, who just started just a month ago at the Chamber, and she's been a huge help getting this all together. You still have tomorrow. Might be rough, but it'll be tomorrow. I was calculating, this is our 8th year doing this event, and I think that's crazy amazing. Every year it gets better and better. And yes, we have a great location, great space, awesome talent, and I really appreciate everybody's support. And well, we already did this because Teresa already brought Kim and my up for my birthday, so I had in my notes to do that. But thank you everybody for coming out tonight. I'm going to hand it back over to Joe and Dwayne and see what happens.
Thank you, Brad. Let's hear it for Brad.
All right, Brad.
So, while we're waiting for the calculations to occur, we just want to recognize and thank Steve Sagaitis for getting our awesome glasses that we're giving to our judges. Also, the trophies and prizes were provided by Bucksmont Awards, Univest Financial, Talent Show Committee. And the media sponsors the Bucks County Herald, the Doylestown Cardinal, and the Bucks County Women's Journal. And of course, to all the people in our program book. Let's see. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the performance you've all been waiting for tonight. Please welcome to the stage, Elvis Pretzel.
So we'll make sure all the performers come on the stage next, and then results of the 50-50, right? And then we'll do. Okay, just making sure.
Elvis is making his way to the stage.
Oh, okay. There you go.
All right, thank you.
I'm coming back.
All right. Hey, how are you? Brad mentioned that we've been doing this for 8 years, and he's had me doing closing this thing for 8 years, and I want to thank Brad for having me all those 8 years. Thank you, Brad. And give it up again for all the contestants. They were all really, really good. I always say there's only one Elvis Presley, and there's only one Elvis Pretzel, and that's me. Oh, before my song, I'm dedicating it to my girlfriend, Joyce. Hit it. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on, and you're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's the wonder of you. When you smile, the world is brighter. Touch my hand and I'm a king. Your kiss to me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. I guess I never know the reason why you love me as you do. That's the wonder of you. Thank you very much.
All right, that's Elvis Pretzel, ladies and gentlemen. Gluten-free, of course.
All right, Dwayne, I was just handed the envelope.
The envelope is here. We haven't looked at it yet because we want to be shocked.
So what we need is we need all the contestants to come all up on stage, please.
Please come to the stage, all of the contestants. Oh, this is the exciting part. This is the part we wait for and find out who's winning. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. It's a good thing I put some Xanax in my Diet Coke. All right. Keep them coming. Look at all this talent. Let's have a big hand for everybody.
Yes, for everybody.
Talented and gorgeous. All right, now we have an honorable mention to start with, yes, right? And the honorable mention is Reagan Yates. All right. Next, in third place, we have Eva Kin. Eva. Congratulations, Eva. In second place, we have Dakota Yates. The Yates family bringing home 2 trophies tonight. Your parents are going to be so proud. And our first place winner for 2023 is the RCJ Band. Congratulations to all of our winners tonight. Thank you all so much for coming out and witnessing all of this tonight. Another wonderful talent show 2023 comes to an end, but you all did an amazing job. And thank you all for participating in this year's talent show.
Right, so we don't want anybody to leave. There's
Yeah.
going to be some pictures taken,
We
so
need
stay
some
right
pictures.
there. And also we need the, Brad, who else you need up here? Oh,
This
yeah,
is the
there you-
50-50.
There you go. Oh, the 50-50. Oh my gosh, we forgot about the most important thing.
All right, now somebody's
Sorry
going to
about
be
that.
leaving here richer than they came. All right, here we go. Yeah. Oh, so the 50-50.
$340.
$340. You can get like 5 gallons of gas.
Or lots of McDonald's.
Or McDonald's. Okay, here we go. This is the winner of the 50-50.
Dig to the bottom. Dig to the bottom.
I'm going
now.
all the way down to the bottom here. Here we go. I'm pulling it out of this. Okay. And the number is 632-252. I'm sorry, 262. It looks like a 5 because it's a light line there, you see. So it's 632-262. 632-262. It's a lot of 2s. 632-262. It might be hard to see your numbers out there, too. If you do have the number, scream at the top of your lungs, please. Oh, all right. To the lady in blue.
All right, we have to double check the ticket.
Yeah, we just have to make sure.
Bring her up. Bring her up.
All right. Just go ahead and walk over there, and I'm going to check you. And yeah, she's the winner, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations!
Yay! Congratulations!
All right. We needed some drama. Now, can you do a backflip? Oh, okay. All right, congratulations to all of our winners, to our 50-50 winner, and to you for you guys coming
Thank
out
you, everyone.
and creating such an amazing event. Thank
All right,
you all
don't
so
move.
much.
We're gonna get
Thank you,
pictures.
Teresa.